Hi, hello fellow drawers, how's it going? Instagram is an app I usually don't open without absolute necessity, but once or twice or thrice a week I go on there to, post my art or reply to comments or DMs or update a client on a commission. And almost every time I end up finding myself in this crazy super massive black hole that is Instagram Reels because, well, I have no self-control. So today, unfortunately for you, I'm taking you with me. Let's see if we can maybe find some good art tips. I've seen a couple of those among other things. Let's see how fast we can get to the dark side. Okay, let's go. Things that ruin your art progression. Number one, you don't warm up. Do people actually do that? Like, just sit for 10 minutes before drawing anything, scribbling squares and circles? Oh, they have an explanation here. Why you must warm up. Better lines and looseness, prevents tendinitis, helps you develop line confidence and volumes understanding, which will make your art look better. I'd say if you have some sort of wrist issues, like actual medical issues, chronic pains or something, then for sure, please do some warm up, do, some of these. I don't know if these are medically approved or if they will just break your wrist even further. Take care of yourself. Don't harm your body. But if you're a healthy person with healthy wrists, I'd say that seems like a waste of 10 minutes. But also, they don't specify, like, do you have to do that every day? Or like once a week? Or I've never done that in my life and I've never had any wrist issues or struggles with doing line art or sketching. And I do a lot of line art, like a lot. Maybe if you haven't drawn anything for months and your wrist just forgot how to move at all, then yeah, a little warm-up could be nice just to restore that muscle memory. But if you draw regularly, I don't think there is any point in doing that. Unless you just want to have fun and do some scribbles, then go ahead. I'm not saying it's wrong. I just don't think it affects the way you draw or your progress at all. Next one, you don't use references. No questions about that. Use your references. And number three, you draw brainlessly. Yeah, that's also valid, especially if you're drawing from a reference. Observe and try to make sense of it as much as you can. Don't just try to copy it for the sake of copying. Oh, and this next video is literally about warming up. I guess people do that. I feel like just from my point of view, I know that I'm always drawing very impulsively. Like if I have an idea, I just jump right into it and start drawing while I have that burst of energy and hyper focus. And I just feel like the thought of having to do some sort of chore before I start drawing would just completely ruin it for me. So I'm saying that if you're like me, then you don't need to do that. You don't need to do anything before you start drawing. All that matters is that you draw. Just start drawing and just draw. You don't need to do anything. Features most artists do not draw. Pores. Oh no. Oh my god, no. Yeah, maybe, maybe there is a good reason why we don't draw that. God, that just gave me chills. Oh my god. All my tripophobic folks, how are you doing? I bet your day just became a lot worse. Mine did too. And I usually kind of love stuff like that. I love watching the pimple popping and hair plucking videos. But this is just like having it drawn on a character. No. Let's see, traditional artist versus digital artist. Cloth, $47. That's oddly specific for cloth purchases. Food, $59. Haircut, $20. Well, I haven't spent a cent on a haircut in years and years because I cut my own hair. Because every haircut I've ever gotten in the salon has caused irreparable damage to my psyche, and I'm never doing that again. And it's expensive. I bought 2 haircut scissors and I'm pretty much covered for life. And lastly, art supplies. Oh yeah, totally, because you can just draw on a $150 graphic tablet. It's not like you need an entire PC for it to work. But I mean, in the long run, it's still gonna be cheaper than like markers probably, so it's still accurate. Oh, really? Did an artist teach you this? Is the artist in the room with us right now? I'm sorry. I know this is probably for like very small children, because I remember we would also do stuff similar to that in like kindergarten, which has nothing in common with art. It's just a creative way of wasting 2 crayons. It reminds me of those 5-minute crafts or Troom Troom videos where they just waste a bunch of stuff to make something that is completely useless and doesn't even look good. Like, oh, we poured paint onto a pineapple and rolled it across the canvas to make pineapple art. Look! And all they did was just waste a bucket of paint and a perfectly fresh pineapple, which just makes you sad. Like, I could eat that pineapple and drink that bucket of paint. You know, there are 2 types of craftsy people. There are some people who can literally make anything with their golden hands from scratch. They can build their own furniture, make their own clothes, their own jewelry, pottery, build a house, you know, anything. Those are wonder people. And then there is this second type of people, which just makes you think that maybe purchasing a glue gun should require a license. Oh, I almost forgot. I saved this because I wanted to show you this.
So, what you gonna call it?
I'm gonna call him Tarzan.
Tarzan? Okay, he's your baby.
I wish you could see my face the first time I saw this. What's wrong with Alex? You know who else is named Alex? Baby No Money Alex. And he's cool. It's a simple, cool human name. What, is it better if I name my OC Sebastian Lucifer Lucky Blue Smith the Third? Or how about I say his name is Alex, but it is spelled, so instead of A, it is and then Lyieks. Yeah, I'm a cool mom. He's not like other boys. He gets bullied like crazy. It's a joke. I don't care. You can name your OC Poop, and I'll support it. And if your OC's name is also Alex, hey, sign off in the comments. Let's see how many of us there are. Okay, this one I also saved because this is genuinely the best explained art advice I've ever seen. Just watch it.
Hey, I wanted to make a video just sharing some art tips I picked up that are very simple, because I feel like a lot of art tutorials are way too complicated. Okay, the first one has to do with drawing lips from the side profile. I've struggled so much with this because it always ended up looking so wrong. Then I realized the trick is this fucking shape. Obviously this is exaggerated, but as you can see, it goes sharp here and then round here. And that is the lip shape. And it doesn't matter what ethnicity you have, it's always gonna be the same. So sharp here, round here. Sharp here, round here. Look at any reference and it's bound to be very similar to that. Next is drawing ears, because ears are such a stupid shape. Because it has a bunch of parts that are very confusing, but I found out. Now, stick with me, but I found it's actually very easy to draw ear with just a few lines. Well, that's an ear, and you can color this in if you're getting fancy, but just 3 lines. It may look a bit complicated at first, but just keep trying, and it's gonna end up looking like an ear. Okay, next one has to do with lips. So say we have a character that's facing in a direction, right? I've noticed a lot of people, when like putting the lips on, just kinda draw front-facing lips, and just transform it to kind of face that way, but that's not how lips work. In real life, lips are a very 3D shape. Everything's 3D, but especially lips. As you can see, it folds over each other, but less folds and more goes in front of each other to form very distinct shapes. The easiest thing to keep in mind is the lip kind of does one of these. If that makes sense, right? Just keep this shape in mind. So if you go back to this example, we can see that it's been greatly like elevated and made to look realistic just with this stupid trucking shape. Anyway, I hope this is useful to at least one person, because art is very high in itself, so I don't understand why we have to make tutorials even harder.
I mean, it's just a 10 out of 10 advice. Glazed notes, this is amazing. Thank you. Things no one told me before becoming a professional artist. The names of the companies you work for can get you farther than the work you did for them. The best way to get a promotion is at a different company. Anything you include in your portfolio that you don't want to do, you will get hired for. So only include the style, genre, etc. of art you actually want to do. This last one I had to learn the hard way for sure. So I couldn't agree more. No amount of money will make you satisfied with drawing something that is completely foreign to you. I mean, if it's like really good money. Actually, I would love to try out the professional artist route if it wasn't like, a total pain to get into. Just for the experience of working with other creative people on some big project and then seeing your creations actually come to life, whether that's in a video game or a movie. I would love to someday maybe get to be a part of something like that. Okay. I was thinking like, oh, I don't really hate any specific art styles or art genres. No, I take that back. I think some people just should not be given access to a pencil. These comments. It's not every day you find yourself agreeing with Instagram haters, you know? Is this some sort of drawing training app? Have any of you tried one of those? It seems very silly because it doesn't seem targeted at all. Like at first they were drawing a cat, then the stone face, then an eye, and also drawing with these god awful brushes with no size variation or pressure sensitivity. Even the Notes app has pressure sensitivity. How do you make an app for drawing and not have that? Okay, so I'm editing right now and I went to this profile and basically it's just a giant undisclosed ad for this app, which I don't know if you're obligated to disclose advertisement on Instagram, but it feels kind of shady. I don't know why. And also a bunch of comments are saying that the majority of features are only available with a premium subscription, which just feels even more like a scam. It honestly seems like an app made by people who know nothing about drawing, made just for like a quick cash grab. So I probably wouldn't recommend, just because there are a million better ways to learn how to draw for free. Otherwise, just drawing random stuff with a bad brush is not a great learning strategy. In my opinion. I feel like I'm being very negative today. I'm sorry. That's just the Instagram effect, I guess. You immediately turn into a bully the moment you open this app.
I'm about to share a life-changing art trick. You know those erasable pens? Like, not pencils, they have the little rubber eraser at the end and they erase their own ink. It turns out that the thing that causes the erasure is the heat generated from using the eraser, not the actual eraser itself. So if you have a blow dryer or a heat gun, you can actually erase your sketch from underneath your finished drawing. Like, it changes everything. It makes sketchbook stuff look so much more complete. You can have the messiest sketch ever, and then it disappears. And it works underneath all sorts of different media, like watercolor, which is awesome because it's, like, transparent. And you don't want to see your sketch lines underneath. So, anyway, now you know.
What? That's wild. What? I did have those pens back in the day. I didn't know it was the heat. I just thought it was, like, magic and stuff. So I went to the comments and people are saying that apparently if you put it in cold, then those lines are going to reappear. I had a bunch of erased notes come back when I walked home on a very cold day with my notebook in my backpack, so I don't use these anymore. And when a painting gets really cold, the markings will return. If you put it in a freezer, they will come back fully dark. Interesting. So I guess it is kind of tricky, but it kind of works nonetheless. I just learned something new. Cool.
Depending on the angle the nose is sniffing, the bag of marbles will adapt to the nose's shape. When shaping a bag of marbles, take into consideration how pointy the nose is, and if there are other hard objects in proximity.
Okay, we did it. Oh, maybe it's not over yet. Wait. Yeah, I know. I know Ibis Paint auto selection tool is like way better than in Procreate, but I'm not gonna convert. I love Procreate a lot. And what is this? Is this an ad? in the app that you're drawing in? This is not a mobile game. How is this allowed?
I'm gonna show you how to draw glue.
Nope. Let's say I already know what's coming. Okay, so if we're being serious, whose glue is foamy like that? It's like bubbling. What? I'm not an expert, but I think if you or your partner have glue like that, you should probably go to a doctor. Go get checked, okay?
While searching for diamonds, sometimes miners stuck their feet inside diamond caves.
Nope, no, not doing that. We're done. I'm done. I've seen enough. I've seen way too much, actually. But I'd rather have this than this. This? Delete this. Okay, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then press like, subscribe. I have a lot of other videos and tutorials and stuff on my channel, so you can go watch those if you want. Or if you just want to look at the art that I make, then you can check me out on Instagram. And good night, good day, goodbye. You're so sweet. You're my little tiny steam bun. You're such a sweet little steam bun.